El Jefe was defeated, disgraced, and delivered to the cops. But it was a hollow victory. I failed to get back Ryuichi's cane, and we still had no idea who was really behind this whole thing. One thing was for sure, it was somebody powerful enough to have his own private army. We contacted Dimitri for an update on the Thievius Raccoonus, and it looked like Tennessee Kid Cooper needed our help next. That meant we needed to travel back to the 1880s. Luckily, one of the goons that took Ryuichi's cane had dropped what looked like an old sheriff's badge. Bentley had been trying to figure out where it might be from, but now it all made sense. After sampling the badge, Bentley was able to calibrate the time machine. As we prepared to make the jump back to the Old West, I found myself wondering how Carmelita was doing. We arrived in the Wild West, looking for my ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. A legendary outlaw whose bank robberies were some of the most daring in Cooper lore. When we arrived, it took some time to locate him. But we eventually found him. In prison. His arrest was the handiwork of the local sheriff, who had celebrated by posting his own picture all over town. Talk about an ego. We needed to bust Tennessee out of jail. But after some furious calculations, Bentley determined that the best way to do that was from the inside. For the first time in my career, I was going to have to let the law catch me. This could be a real challenge.
Sly, they're already rigging a noose for Tennessee, so we don't have time for a complicated plan. All my data points to one thing. The quickest route inside that prison is to get yourself arrested.
Get myself arrested? I trust you, Bentley, but I'm not sure about getting locked up in this town.
Sorry, Sly. It's the only way we're gonna reach Tennessee in time. There's just one problem. They're holding Kid Cooper in the maximum security wing. To get yourself thrown in there, you're gonna have to gain outlaw status. So you need to make sure you build a rep before they catch you. Otherwise, they'll throw you in with the common criminals.
Ugh, you mean like jaywalkers and litterbugs? Not gonna happen.
Well, around these parts, it's probably more like goat thieves and tobacco spitters. But you get the point. For starters, why don't you try defacing all those posters of the sheriff around town? That ought to put a burr under his saddle. Get it? Because we're in the Old West? Well, anyway, I'll just let you get started.
This guy's a real egomaniac.
I think you just achieved troublemaker status, Sly.
Oh, now this really just my hide! I'm going to find this artist and bust his thumbs! And maybe his pinky.
We definitely got under his skin, Sly. You ready for phase 2?
Absolutely.
Apparently, the sheriff also loves lollipops, but his favorite is a particular Cuban variety which has to be shipped in specially. Supposedly, they taste like rice and beans.
Ugh, gross.
Agreed. But if we clean him out, he'll have to wait weeks for the next shipment, and that should really tick him off. All right, this is going perfectly. You'll be locked up in no time.
You know, you're a little too excited about sending me to the slammer, Bentley.
It's all about the job, Sly. Speaking of which, in case you hadn't noticed, this Sheriff Toothpick is his own biggest fan. In fact, it looks like he's throwing himself a festival, and it's in full swing. If you take that banner down, I'm sure it'll be the final straw.
Right. Let's go rain on this guy's parade.
Hold your fires, boys! That there is the scribbling, lolly-thieving outlaw I've been looking for! Well, amigo. You just booked yourself a permanent room in this stony lonesome.
Howdy.
Howdy yourself. Looks like you must have ticked old Toothpick off pretty good. I like that. You got a name?
It's Sly. Sly Cooper.
Now, son, you should know I don't take kindly to folks funning on my family name.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I swear, I'm not joking. I can explain.
Talk ain't worth spit, boy. Only one way to prove you're a Cooper. Bust us out of here.
Right. My friend Bentley's working on that. I hope.
Sly, here's your chance. Use the ball to break down that door and bust Tennessee out. Sly, you're gonna need Tennessee to carry the TNT to blow the perimeter wall. Needless to say, you'll want to make sure he steers clear of things like fire or bullets.
Naturally. Thanks, Bentley.
Son, who is it you keep talking to?
I have a thing in my ear that lets me talk to my friend. And now he's telling me you need to carry some of that TNT so we can blow the gate.
Sure. I got voices in my head telling me to blow things up too. They've been right so far. Let's get to it.
Look around, Sly. There's bound to be a switch somewhere.
Well, looks like we can mosey along now.
Sly, use that melting pot to move Tennessee forward. Just avoid the flames. Well, it looks like somebody's supplying Toothpick with new technology. That is a phased carper race, Sly. One touch means instant death. Switch into your Jailbreak costume and try using that ball in a different way. Press the R2 button to get on top of it. You should be able to ride it around using the left stick.
Huh, that did the trick. Let's keep moving along.
Sly, it appears that archway in front of the door is some kind of locking mechanism. And that block is the key. Now you just need to figure out how to get it in there.
All right.
Use the ball
I
to
guess
get across
time
the board,
is
Sly.
I just want to say I knew you was a Cooper the second I laid eyes on you.
Thanks, but Tennessee, we need to go. You ready?
Well, not really. Whoa!